after successfully upgrading the software on our controllers, it is now safe to validate the vEdges. But before doing that, it is also good to check how the control plane is doing. So let's run some show commands. Show control local properties. So here we can see that we have our serial number and the chassis number. This command gives you basic details of your controller, or your it will be the same for the vEdge. It will give you a summary of the basic information regarding the equipment. And as we can see, this is the public IP, the public port, and the state is it is up. So let's do show control connection history. This will give us the history of the control connections. The vManage has been interacting with the controllers, and we can see it is the state is up with vSmart. And let me check with the vBond. So it is talking with vSmart, and that was the last connection. Let's see the other command, control connections. So this is the control connections history, but this is giving us the actual connections. And as we can see, we have connections with vSmart. It is up, and it's been up since 4 minutes. And then we have a connection with the vBond, so as you can see. And let's check. Let's do the same on vSmart. Show control connections. As you can see, vSmart has connections with vBond and vManage, and they are up. Let's check the same on vBond. Show control connections. vBond does not have a connection. It is not showing here. That's normal. I would like to bring to your attention about this legend. You need to go through this, understand what they mean, uh, to see what issues you may face when your control is not coming up. DC can fail, VB timeout certainly. So you need to go through this, because if you go to the exam, Cisco might ask you what may happen, what happened if you see this. I don't know if you have to memorize, but you going through this might give you an idea of, like, if you go to BIDN TPR, board ID not installed. So that's those are a couple of information that you need to do. Now let's check on one of the vEdges. Show control connections. As you can see, it does not have any connection. Let's check the history. As you can see, it's been talking with the vBond, but we do not have any connection yet. Let's check on one of the vEdges. Show SD-WAN control connection. Control connections. No connections. History. And we can see that it has been trying to talk with the vBond. Now let's go back to the vManage GUI, and we are going to configuration, devices. Let's check the controllers. Yeah, there are a couple of things that you need to make sure before validating your vEdges. You can see all controllers are in sync. Let's check here. And this is our list. We can send it to the controllers again. It won't hurt anything. That's just to make sure that your controllers are upgraded in terms of your edge list. That has been successful. Now let's go ahead and validate our vEdges. And the process is very easy. You just come to configuration. I think I was there. Okay, so we need to go to devices, certificates. Okay, so to validate simply means that we need to validate here. Let me try to do something. Okay, let's just go ahead and validate. Let me show the dashboard first. So as you can see, we still have no vEdge. Configuration, devices, certificates, and let's start validating. Yes, 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 yes. Now let's check on one of the vEdges that we show control connections. Let's check here, connections. You can see when we checked before, there was no control connection. Now that we have validated this this vEdge, it just gave us this. But let's see. Let's go back to the dashboard. Okay, we have authorized 5. Okay, now we can see that we have two vEdges. We have we have 9 vEdges that are part of the control plane after validating them, and because we have a total of 11 authorized, 9 have been deployed. So let's see which ones. I think the C edges are the ones that did not join the control plane. Let's see. Let's go back to configuration, devices. So as you can see, we have this vEdges with this sign, which means that they have been authorized to join the control plane, and then they are in sync with the controllers, and these two C edges did not join the control plane. Let's go to the cEdges, control history. So as you can see, it's still basically on the same state, but the reset count has increased here. So it means that it's been trying to talk. So it has been trying to talk with the vBond, local control, local properties, and as you can see, basically the tunnel is up, but it is not talking with the vBond yet. And if we come back here, we can see. Now let's go and see, let's check some stuff. If we check the running configuration, we can see the configuration that we applied on the CLI. And if you go and check local configuration, you see you have more items because vManage has its own values that it adds to the controller to the edges configurations, and that's it. So basically, from at this time, the next thing that we're going to do is to start working on the service side. We are going to configure the service side and make all sites talk. After doing that, we will start working on the template. We want to work on the CLI first, make the sites talk, because that's the objective. As soon as we make the sites talk between them, we will be able to give control to vManage, and then we will start working on the templates. I will see you on the next session.